Thank you very much, Allison Sensei. Welcome, everyone, to our monthly memorial service, Shotsuki Hoyo. This is for we honor those who have passed away in the month of March. I'd like to first thank everyone for making this service possible. Reverend Gibbs, Allison Sensei, our organist, Howard Hayes, and the beautiful flowers done by Kyoko Okuda Gibbs, and the streaming of the service by Alan Goto. On the first Sunday of each month, we observe monthly memorial service, Shotsuki Hoyo, in honor of those members of our Buddhist community who have passed away during the respective month in which this service is being held. Sensei will now read the names of those loved ones who passed away in the month of March, in whose memory this morning's memorial service is being conducted. For those of you observing today's service, in recognition of family members or friends who have passed away, please come forward as Sensei reads the name of your departed loved one to offer incense in their honor. Hi, Sensei.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy. I will now read the names we have on our March Shotsuki Hoyo list. If you have lost a loved one in the month of March and we don't have them on our list, just let us know. We'll be happy to add the name to the list. There's no charge for this. But these are the people we know close to us who have passed in the month of March. Alai Shiano. Doi Douglas Michitsura. Doi Eiji. Doi Aoi. Fujimoto Masako. Fujikawa Dean. Fujitaki Isamu. Fujitaki Motohiko. Fukumoto Hatsukuri. Furumoto Yuriko Lily. Takayama Mineto. Hayes Rich Stephen. Hirakawa Hisano. Hiramoto Fujie. Hirata Son. Hirayasu Najiro. Hirota Reverend Tetsunen. Honda Shin. Hori Rennosuke. Ige Saburo. Inuma Chiyoko. Ito Ben. Iwahashi Mitsuzo. Kamoto Ichino. Kato Mitsu. Kato Seiichi. Kawahara Usaku. Kawahara Okame. Kawamura Saichi. Kawamoto Miya. Kinoshita Ronald H. Kiriyama Taketoshi. Konishi Akio. Konishi Ayano. Kubo Seijiro. Kuraoka Sakuichi. Kurashita Shigeru. Kuramoto Lily Yuriko. Kurata Tsuyu. Kuwahara Waki. Masumoto Kemichi. Mita Don Junzo. Miyashita Hisano. Morimoto Ito. Morimoto Momoyo. Morioka Shiomi. Morioka Kikuchi. Nagasawa Fuyo. Nagata Toshie. Naido Yoshiko, Nishi Kyoko, Nishida Joichi, Nishimoto Kino, Nishimoto Masaichi, Nishimoto Masako, Ogawa Chiyoko, Otake Torao, Otani Kazuichi, Opyakuda Satoru Jo, Sakamoto Haruichi, Sakamoto Takiko, Seiki Kameo, Shigeishi Tayoko, Shigeno Hatsutaro, Sugasawara Matsu, Sugiyama Tokichi, Tsunairi Jokichi, Takashi Toshio, Takeda Kiyoshi, Takemori Irene, Takemori Terry, Takenaka Tokie, Takenouchi Shinichi, Tamura Hisako, Tanabe Masao, Teshima Tokichi, Togashi Akira, Toenaka Tagoro, Tokorosaki Katsuno, Tomotani Hideji, Osaka Kihei, Yamada Hatsutaro, Yamaguchi Reverend Ken, Yamanaka Marie, Yamanaka Mary, Yamanaka Mary, Yamane Chieko, Yamane Katsutaro, Yamane Shigeo, Yamane Tadao, Yamasaki Kuemon, Yamasaki Moss, Yamasaki Mitsuyo, Yamasaki Yoshimasa, Yamasaki Yayoi, Yokoyama Ikue, Yujiri Hisa. These are the names that we have on our March Shotsuki Hoyo list, and these are the people to whom we dedicate this service.
Thank you very much, Sensei, for the recitation of the names. Will the Sangha please rise for a meditative reading? And this is from the Meditation Sutra by Chantal. Awaken your Bodhi mind to Amida's compassion and leap across the swift currents of birth, old age, sickness, and death, and enter Amida's Pure Land. With gasho and respect, show reverence to Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much. If you could please be seated. We will begin sutra chanting, and that will be done by Reverend Gibbs and Allison Sensei. And it'll be Sambutsuge, page 33 of your service book.
No more doubts, no more doubts, no more doubts, no more doubts. 고갱이기 日月間に修行縁よ開始音平有脈樹木如来予言調整無理小学大をコールジポ開門精進三昧知恵意徳無量修正形人体前年小仏崩壊愚人人の空語外体無明欲ぬ世尊読む二の四子人徳無量空君古代知恵寿命光明意相神道大戦ガンガサブ在所法可動生じ未不下脱不正上位解任精進如是三昧知恵以上五世特仏不行志願一切空空二三大安決しうぶ百千の万無量大小修行語者供養一切使徒諸仏不如愚道見性不逆非如語者諸仏世界不不影無種節度法名師匠変死小国行税精進異人難量量が差仏国土第一五種奇妙道場超絶国如内音二部闘争ガト愛民道達一切実法来生心熱症状意図が国経楽安穏 古文神明是が新書発願の日力少所欲実法生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信行軽量心死食読中画行精進忍術不敬ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがにしくどく平等性祭道本の大心往生安楽合唱ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏
Thank you again, Allison Sensei, for leading us in the sutra chanting. Next, we will have Gatha, and if the Sangha could please rise. The Gatha is Namo Amida Butsu on page 136, and we will then follow that by a devotional reading, The Three Treasures, on page 10. can now turn to page 10, the three treasures, led by Allison, says? Yeah.
Whichever.
I said it.
Good morning, everyone. No problem. So again, on page 10, we'll be reading the three treasures. I will be reading the leader part, and if you could all join me on the all part. How rare and wondrous it is to have been born into human life, and now I live it. How rare and wondrous it is to be able to listen to the Buddha Dharma, and now I am able to hear it. If I do not transcend the world of delusion in this life, when will I ever attain spiritual liberation? May I, along with the entire Sangha, with sincere heart and mind, rely on that which can be truly relied on in life, the three treasures. I rely on the Buddha. May I, along with all sentient beings, awaken to the great path with my entire being and discover the highest aspiration, which is to become a Buddha. I rely on the Dharma. May I, along with all sentient beings, deeply reflect on the meaning of the sutras and gain wisdom that is as deep and vast as the ocean. I rely on the Sangha. May I, along with all sentient beings, become one Sangha of life, able to move forward and live with a dynamic spirit that is hindered by nothing. The unsurpassed, deep, and wondrous Dharma, even in millions of kalpas, is extremely difficult to encounter, but now I am able to experience and embrace it. May I come to understand and revere the true meaning of the Tathagata. Gasho? Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you very much. If you could all please be seated. Next, we will have the Dharma message by Reverend Gibbs, and his theme today is Trust What You Know to Be Good.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy and Ellie, for preparing here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for participating in this service. Thanks to those of you at home who are watching Alan's recording of this service. Alan being Alan Goto, our videographer and our tech expert. Again, we have Kathy Mikuni and Ali Yasaki as our minister's assistants. Howard Hayes is our organist. Kyoko Okuda Gibbs prepared the flowers, helped Ali and Kathy with cleaning the hondo and the naijin, and she's also going to be part of the tea ceremony. We got a bunch of things going on today, so I'm not going to talk as long as I did last week. We got a bunch of things going on today, and after service you can go off to my right here into the annex for a tea ceremony, and that's going to be presented by Jose Salcido Sensei. Jose is a student originally of Mei Sakahara, our longtime member, and Jose Salcido Sensei will be assisted by his students, Kyoko, Darlene, Max, and Michi. And so hope you have a chance to go participate in the tea ceremony. If you don't, if you're caffeine allergic or something, I mean, if you have caffeine allergy, don't go. But unless you do, go. And if you do have a caffeine allergy, you can be one of the first ones to help with painting the mural. We're getting pretty near the end there, so if you're going to help us paint the mural, you better do it today. And there'll be plenty of time, though, after the tea ceremony as well, if you like to do that. And before moving forward, I want to have a moment of silence for those who were killed in the bombings of Iran. We believe that including the casualties in Iran were a school in which some children were killed. So whether you're for or against the motion, Buddhists are against dying. And we're sad that anybody dies for any reason, and we don't authorize any killing. You decide what has to be done. We will never authorize any war for you. In memory of those who died in Iran this week. Namo Butsu, Namo Butsu, Namo Butsu, Namo Butsu, Namo Butsu. Now, as I alluded to earlier, last week I gave a long, detailed Dharma message. And I made several hopefully related points. I mentioned that the object of the Buddha Dharma is to know the truth. The point of Buddhism is to know the truth, to decrease suffering for ourselves and others, to find genuine fulfillment, which means in the long run, genuine fulfillment means awakening to Buddhahood. This involves weaning ourselves from the constant indulgence in the poisons of greed, hatred, and compulsive desire. I pointed out last week that this path to awakening also involves decreasing our anxieties. You can live without greed, you can live without anger, you can live without fear most of the time. But there's sometimes if it's a snake, it should make you scared. It's okay. But if there's no snake in the room, you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't be scared just because these are hard times. These are hard times. Don't let it get to you. There's no snake in this room. I also last week brought up the Buddha's thorn analogy, which is that sometimes when you got this desire driving you, which is analogous to having this thorn stuck in you, the only thing you can do that's really going to work is to deliberately embrace another, in this case, more wholesome desire, and root that out. Just replace it with this positive, wholesome desire, the thorn analogy. So if you like to drink a little too much, but you also like to garden, go gardening. And you'll discover that you garden better if you're not drinking, if you're drinking too much. So try to let go of the desire that's causing you trouble, whatever it might be, and you can replace it with the desire, which is a desire, but what's wrong with wanting to have a nice garden, right? And you know, last week I may have said a few other things besides, but if you didn't attend last week, you can always watch it on YouTube, watch Alan's recording, and that was last week. And this talk will be different. This week is our Shotsuki Hoyo service. It is dedicated to those whose names I read, to the friends and family members who have passed away in the month of March. I do have a title for the talk, as Kathy alluded, Trust What You Know to Be Good. Trust in goodness, trust what you know to be good. We find beauty, goodness, truth, sensitivity, among other things in this life. A number of things can be found in this world and in this life, and among them are beauty and goodness. Honoring our beloved friends and family members who passed before us in the month of March, we recall the goodness that we saw in them. Goodness can come forth in our world, and we're able to recognize the good and the wholesome because people we've admired have demonstrated them to us. Today, again, we remember especially those we know who passed away in the month of March. My cousin, Stephen Hayes, passed away in March of 2011. He was 67 years old. Kyoko and my two sons and I we were living in Portland at the time. We'd just driven down to Downey, California to visit he and his mother and her surviving sister. And so I get back 4 days later after visiting, I get a phone call and I can see it's his mother. And so I'm figuring she's probably calling me to tell me that her sister, 87-year-old sister, that the 90-year-old mother is probably calling to tell me that the 87-year-old sister's had a downturn in her health. No, she called me to tell me that her son died of a heart attack. And it was very sad. He was just a wonderful person. He was warm and friendly, full of life. He embodied those qualities and others that I admire. I learned friendliness from my mom and from my cousin Steve. Nobody at the Catholic school I attended was friendly. I didn't see anybody modeling friendliness for me at school, but I saw it in my mother and my cousin. My advice today again is trust what you know to be good. Trust in goodness. The connection I'm drawing to the Shotsuki Memorial is that we understand what goodness is because people typify it for us. My cousin Steve was warm and outgoing. Think of Stephen Stills on a good day. He typified good-natured geniality for me. I can't be him, but I can sometimes be a little bit like him because he exemplified it for me. He epitomized good-natured fellowship for me. His auntie, my Aunt Ruth, personified dignity when she passed of breast cancer. She was just short of 50, I think, in her late 40s. She handled this illness. It was a long course, you know, how it is. Sometimes it's quick and sometimes it's not. It was, approaching 20 years that she went through before she died. It was bad. It was bad. She had such strength and dignity. She just wasn't going to let, okay, my body's deteriorating. I'm going to die soon. Would you like some tea? What do you want to watch on TV? There's that football game you told me you were interested in. Let's put that up. She just wasn't going to let it bring her down. She said, okay, I got an illness. It's terminal. I'll be dead soon. Let's go to see the movie. Let's go get lunch. You know, my Aunt Ruth personified dignity in the way that she handled her terminal illness. My father and my Aunt Margaret illustrated reasonableness for me. And reasonableness is a good thing sometimes. They taught me about being reasonable. Margaret, my Aunt Margaret, and my father. I'm sure you all understand the point I'm making, that we must trust in goodness, and we must trust in what we know to be good, and what we know to be good is learned from others who personified concrete sorts of goodness for us, like love. I learned something about the concrete forms of goodness that we call love and kindness from my mother from very early on. All these virtues were concretized in family and friends encountered in our lives. These forms of goodness point toward the unparalleled decency, genuineness, and joy of enlightenment. We are journeying toward the enlightenment of Buddhahood. In awakening, there is no separation. No separation from those we love. No separation. We are not there yet. We're still journeying. But we're not traveling alone. We're moving together as a community, as a Sangha, into the light. We're walking the path into the light together. And we're inspired by the goodness that we have seen in those whom we have loved, including those we honor here today. That's my Dharma message for you today. Thank you for your kind attention. I will close the Dharma message portion of the service with Gasho and saying the Buddha's name a few times. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sensei, and thank you for reminding us to go towards the good and goodness and kindness, and always, it's a beautiful day, and there is kindness in this world. Okay? If I could have everyone rise for the final reflective reading. Allow beauty to shadow you regularly. The loveliest people are the ones who have been burnt and broken and torn at the seams, yet still send their open hearts into the world to mend with love again and again and again. You must allow yourself to feel your life while you are in it. It's a quote by Victoria Erickson. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much. If everyone could please be seated, we're going to have announcements. But first, I'd like to mention the Hinamatsuri dolls that are here in our Hondo. Please come up and see them. They're very special. Someone just told me they were made in occupied Japan, which was the period from 1945 to 1952. and it was given to us by Bishop Hayashima's wife. He was at Nishihonganji, but she wanted to give it to Pasadena Buddhist Temple. So we are very honored to have it. It's a beautiful set. Actually, the box for it is right there, holding the other pictures. So again, it's Hinamatsuri, it's to honor all the girls, and I remember, too, Hinamatsuri. Okay, Sensei, first.
Yeah, I'm just going to let people know, it's the usual week today. I'm going to repeat, there's a couple unique things about today, but the week as usual, I'm not here tomorrow, but come Tuesday, that may be finishing up the mural, so if you're going to do the mural, do it today or come Tuesday. Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock, we'll have an informal discussion class. We usually meet on the porch, depending on the weather, we might move, but 11 a.m. for informal Buddhist discussion, 1 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday for the Tai Chi class, 6 p.m. Tuesday night for the meditation class here in the Hondo. Hope to see some of you. Important thing is to remind you, there is the tea ceremony next door. We've got Jose Salcido Sensei carrying on Mei Sakahara's lineage, and helping him will be including her daughter Michi, Max, Darlene, and Kyoko. So do go over and get some tea if you can, as long as tea is healthy for you, and help us paint the mural if you can. And I'll see some of you at the PJCI in about an hour. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Marvin Inoue, and I usually inform people about things happening at Janum. Again, this is the end of the the month of Day of Remembrance. But there are two films that are going to be shown on March 28th at the Tateuchi Democracy Forum, and on the following Sunday, March 29th, there will be films of remembrance regarding DOR on that day. And then lastly, I just found out today is the first day of registration for the Heart Mountain Pilgrimage, which is in Cody, Wyoming, and that is starting on July 23rd through the 25th. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Kathy Kamagai. I'll try to keep my announcements shorter than the Dharma message, but we'll see. I'm here representing BWA today. In addition to the tea ceremony in the garden classroom, we're also having a white elephant sale, our Dharma Karma white elephant sale. We're very lucky that many people have donated objects that they no longer need in their homes and hope to pass it on to others who can use them. And so we're offering a portion of that in our white elephant sales. Our white elephant sales are called Dharma Karma. Why? There's no prices on them. So if you find something that you would like, there's envelopes there. You can donate what you're able to, or that you feel is fair, and just put it in the envelope. And no judgment on our part, but karma is a B word. So it may kick you on the other side. But we welcome you to come take a look at our white elephant sale items. And also you will notice that there's, we're starting to post signs, and there's flyers from other events, but one of them that's coming up is in April 4th to 18th. For the first time in 2 years, we're having our silent auction, our online silent auction. So right now, if you'd like to donate items to put up on the silent auction, we're looking for gift cards, event tickets, memorabilia, handmade goods. You can drop things off in the temple office, or you can send an email to pasadenabwa@gmail.com, and perhaps we can arrange for a pickup. And finally, if you don't want to participate in that way, you'd like to make a contribution, donation, become a sponsor, hopefully that info will be up on our webpage at the PasadenaBuddhistTemple.org website, and with all the information on how you can help us out with the silent auction. I think that's it, and I'm sure I forgot something, but thank you, thank you, thank you. We look forward to seeing you. The white elephant sale is in the conference room. The door's usually locked, but when you walk into the annex, it'll be the first door on your right, and the second door is the garden classroom where the tea ceremony is going to be held. Thank you.
Once again, a reminder to please join us in the garden classroom for the beautiful tea ceremony. I think you'll love seeing the process, etc. And once again, Hinamatsuri dolls, please come and celebrate all. It really was, when I was growing up, it was a very special day, Hinamatsuri, when you see all the dolls. It was really magical. However, if you haven't had the chance to offer incense today, please come up and do so, and have a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day out there. Please enjoy. Thank you very much for coming to service.
And Catherine's that way, tea that way, white elephant
Yeah.
that way, and you're all
And Hinamatsuri dolls, I mean, we got everything.
It's just a parking lot.
Yeah. Well, that's a good place too, because